me everybody in your group. Give me all their names.
If you look on the, kidding.
No,
You don't have it.
I have it, but it's just I don't feel like filling it
Okay.
So Shannon.
Yeah. I don't know the order though.
I'll pull it
Okay.
up then. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I can ask them.
No, you're fine. Hold on. Sorry.
I can tell you their names.
I got it. Shannon.
I hate this room because the lights always flicker. It's
I
distracting.
know. So Melissa's gonna go second.
Okay.
I need a stopwatch. You guys have a pretty good group.
Do we?
Is this your group always, or?
Yeah. Yeah. That's our team in the class. I'm super nervous. I can calm down.
Okay, don't be nervous. You got me.
I know, but it's just, I'm nervous just because I don't ever do this and it's just nerves.
Makes us nervous too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like being the buyer. I think it's fun.
I mean, it's more fun than being the seller.
Right?
I do that, but I'm also not in the class, so I'm not looking for a grade. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check with everybody.
I'm done.
You wanna come in? Hi.
Sam Woods, right?
Sam, nice to meet
Shannon
you.
Oshman.
Shannon,
It's a
nice
pleasure
to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty okay. You know, the weather's kind of gross out.
Do you mind if I take a seat?
Absolutely, go ahead and take
It
a seat.
is a little nasty today, but traffic wasn't as bad as it normally is, so.
Oh, that's good to
Here's
hear.
my business card, just so you have that for later
Oh,
on.
thank you.
Yeah. So how was your Easter weekend?
My Easter weekend was great. We got out of town for a little while with my family, got into the country. How about yours?
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Mine was great too. We had a little Easter egg hunt with all my little nieces and nephews and things like that. So
Okay.
we all got out of the country. Do you guys have some property somewhere or?
Yeah, over in Groesbeck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with where that is.
It is on the way to Austin.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, very nice. Very
Good
nice.
beef jerky too.
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to go ahead and thank you for your time today. I know on the phone we mentioned about 15 minutes. Does that still work for you?
Yeah, we could do about 15 minutes.
Okay, great. Well, I know you're busy, so I only want to take 15 minutes, and then some of the things that I want to talk to you about today is just Mattress Firm in general, your sales managers, and you know, maybe that y'all could benefit from something that the Sales Excellence Institute offers.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think you had you had spoken to my partner previously, and he was really interested in the program that you guys, you know, have to offer. So.
Yeah. Are you pretty much familiar with the program for excellence in selling? I know we have about 20 students who went to Mattress Firm, and just three offhand. I'm thinking John Lee, Johnny Lee, Will Fama. I've heard have been very successful. So.
Those are great employees of ours. Yeah, I mean I know a little bit about the sales program. I know you guys are over at Bauer College of Business.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have you're really good at bringing students in, well prepared and great employees. So
Yeah. What do you like specifically about our sales students?
I like that they can come in and just start working right off the bat. All they have to learn is the product, and they already know how to sell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've really found to be something that most of the partners have really enjoy is that we already know all, and we only have to learn product knowledge. So.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to talk about your sales managers. How are your sales managers? How do they perform?
Our sales managers do pretty well. We've doubled our sales force within the past couple of years, so getting our store managers trained is something that takes some time. But yeah, I mean, that's.
So your training takes some time. Tell me a little bit about that. What does that entail? What does your training entail, and what does it look like?
Our training takes about a month.
Okay.
Yeah. Our sales training is about 1 month long, and
is that in-house or external?
It's in-house. Yeah.
Okay.
One of our other VPs developed the program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, all the trainers and managers, they're here in Houston.
Right.
For the most part.
Oh, okay. So what kind of specific things do y'all go over in trainings?
We have our own techniques. We use just different techniques that we've developed throughout the years that we really feel fit our customer and clientele base. Because our clients are a little bit different. It's a retail environment, but they're not coming back, on a regular basis. Most people only need to renew their mattress every 3 to 4 years.
Right.
And most households only have 7 mattresses in them at a time. So we have to, we have to base our sales process off of that.
Right. Right. Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, the fact that they don't have to come back as often, so. About how many sales managers do you have in Houston?
You know what?
I mean, I know y'all have about 263 stores in Houston, so is that about like the number of managers you have, or does it normally range about 2 managers per store?
Yeah, we have 1 lead manager in a store, and
Okay.
we have someone that acts more as like a key holder.
Okay.
And they both go through our training.
Okay. So they both go through your training. And about how often do you promote people to manager?
With the way that we're growing right now, we're gonna be promoting people a lot quicker.
Okay.
And,
with the merger and all, I mean, I'm sure you have more people coming in that were managers and might.
Yeah, I like that. We had a merger. That's really great.
Definitely, yeah. I know Mattress Giant. I know y'all took over about 148 stores in this area. So.
Yeah, streamlining that is definitely something that we're working on currently, and getting new support in those stores. But like I said, with the amount that we're growing, we're going to have to fill a lot more management roles within the next year or so.
With taking some time and dealing with the merger, has that affected your business or sales in any way?
So has it affected our sales?
Yeah, I'm taking some time to integrate the people into, Mattress
Like, has it
Firm.
taken away from our sales?
Has it taken away anything at all, or is it improved, or how would you say that it's affected Mattress Firm?
I mean, I don't think I don't think that's necessarily something. I think our sales are doing really well. I don't.
Right,
think,
you guys are number 1.
Yeah. So I mean.
Mattress business. So.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily one of our big concerns because I think we're doing well. I would say that maybe making sales excellence one of our priorities is definitely huge for us.
What does sales excellence look like for you? Especially for your managers.
Making sure that our customers are always getting the absolute best service.
Okay.
And I think it has a lot to do with follow-up and making sure that our sales managers are able to train, and talk to our employees on a regular basis.
So a lot of customer relationship management.
Yeah, absolutely.
How would you say your managers are so far on customer relationship management? Do you think they're fairly effective, or they need some improvement, or what does that look like?
I feel like our current training is a little out of date.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like we could use something just a little bit more effective when it comes to, like I said, I just want sales excellence to be our main priority.
Right. So I know you became a regional manager in 2007. Would you say that your training has changed since then?
No.
No,
it's been about the same.
About the same. Okay.
Yeah.
And in your training, do y'all focus on hiring or growing your employees or anything like that, or is it mostly just how to be an effective manager in the store?
It really doesn't even focus that much on management. It's more sales based, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so what are some things that if you could improve your training, I know you said like it's kind of out of date. What are some things that you would do if you could improve it?
I think that's a good point. Is that there's really not a lot of sales management
Okay.
focus in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would like it to be something that is flexible. So,
Right.
We are a retail location, so
Mhm.
our hours are a little bit different than, let's say, like a regular business to business type of
Sure.
situation. So something that's something I would like to change about it. Something I would look for, in a training program.
Definitely. Okay, well, great. So you're looking for a training program that's going to be a little bit, it's a little bit less sales-based and more management-based, more about growing their employees and developing them. Is that what you'd say? Okay, great. Well, do you think that would, eventually increase productivity and efficiency within the stores and Mattress Firm overall?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember having a great, manager when I was younger, and that really helps with just motivating the employees, I think, too.
Definitely.
And in turn,
Mhm.
making our customers happier.
Yeah, I think so too. So if I could tell you about, a program or a training program in general that would really benefit your managers, like you're saying, less sales-based, more management-focused, more customer relationship management, more about how to develop your employees and things like that. Do you think that that's something that you would be interested in?
It really depends on how much this costs, though.
Yeah.
What's the price
Definitely.
look like?
Well, it's definitely an investment in your company. It's definitely something that can, really benefit you. And like I said, that's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about today. So, if you don't mind, I have a brochure for you to go
Okay.
ahead and show you what this is. It's sales leadership certification. It's a graduate certification here. So, what that looks like is, a 5-day training for, some of your top managers, people who you want to be promoted to managers. It's an exclusive training with great follow through. So
Okay.
it's definitely going to help your managers grow. It's definitely going to help them learn about training, learn about growing other employees, and then in turn increasing sales and productivity. Of course, that's a big benefit for you guys, and y'all are obviously number one in what you do. And another company that I can think of that's done this training is Ecolab, kind of similar in size to you guys. Saw 10 to 15% increase in productivity from this.
Oh, Ecolab used this
Yes.
program?
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and show you a little bit more. I know you were asking about the investment in this, and what that looks like is about $5,000 per employee. So
Okay.
what you're getting out of it is 5 days of training and sales management, learning to train and develop, hire, a lot about leadership as well. And I know how is leadership? Is that important to you in your stores?
Oh yeah, I've mentioned, like I said, leadership is important in our stores. And I like that it's only 5 days. I think that's really nice because it fits with what I think our retail schedule.
It's about a 40-hour work week
Okay.
in terms of this. So,
And who do they usually send? Like, is it just one person, or like, what did Ecolab do today?
you can send about 20 people
Okay.
to this. It's a 40-person minimum. It's actually kind of a more an intimate training. That way they can focus on you guys and
Yeah.
really help you and go through it with you. It's a very hands-on training. So we want y'all to get the most benefit out of this, of course, and we want Mattress Firm in turn to get the most benefit out of this.
Okay.
So a smaller setting that's going to really be able to focus on these things with you and really help you. And what's going to come out of it is a change contract and a great webinar that you'll be able to follow up with that's really going to help you. So what that looks like on here, it kind of tells you is that you'll be getting a personalized action plan and a change contract that empowers you to implement what you learned.
Okay.
So it's definitely going to be beneficial for you.
Okay.
Do you have any other concerns about this?
No, like I said, I think it's probably just talking to someone about whether or not this is going to be in our budget.
Okay. I know Ken Murphy was really interested in it. That's why he wanted me to sit down with you today. So.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm interested in it. I think this looks like a great program. It's just a matter of looking at our budget for the year.
Okay.
And maybe seeing how many people we would like to send to this.
Right.
So. Yeah, no, because I think it looks like a great deal, but
As far as your top managers go, how many does that look like in this area? So I know you have like
Yeah,
the
you know,
lead managers and the
we
ones,
have
the key
divisional
holders,
managers
right?
as well and regional managers. You know, we have about in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
we have about 5
Mhm.
right now. Yeah, it's 5 because we just added on Joe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 5 right now, and I mean, that might be something interesting for them to.
I definitely think it is, as far as what you were telling me about, it's kind of out of date, your training. And another thing that we offer with this is top of the line professors that are going to be teaching this training. Mike Ahern, Dr. Mike Ahern, Dr. Joel LeBon, Amy Vandeveer. I know Zach Halls worked closely with you on research and things. They trained him.
Yeah.
So, and he's done some research with you. It talks about them a little bit. Excuse me. Here they are. Just a little bit about what they offer and things like that.
Okay.
But definitely some.
Yeah, these are Professor Randy Webb. I've heard a lot about him.
He's incredible, and he's, what you were talking about, what you liked from our students from the Program for Excellence in Selling, as far as how, efficient we are, and really all we need to learn is product knowledge. These are the professors that were able to teach us those things and why we're so efficient in what we do. So we want to give back and help you guys as well. Although y'all are already a great company, this is definitely something that I think, after what you've been telling me, that would be very beneficial for y'all.
Okay. So I guess.
So besides looking at the budget, do you have any other concerns?
No, I think those are all my concerns. I think let's do maybe a couple of our managers to this training. Does that sound good?
Yeah, a couple managers.
Yeah, so let's do. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go and talk, but I think let's plan on doing 5.
Okay.
5 of our managers.
5 managers. Okay. All right, great. Well, we can go ahead and get 5 managers signed up for this so
Okay.
far, and then if you think of any more, I'd love to follow up with you about this maybe next week after you talk to Ken a little bit more.
Yeah.
Any other managers that you might think about, or
Mhm.
anybody else has any other suggestions? That way we can
Okay.
look at that. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I guess one other thing that would be relatively important is
Okay.
what's the date on it?
Definitely. The date is July. It's going to be, we're still kind of finalizing the final date. But
Okay.
it's going to be in July. And then there is an early bird kind of special on that. So if you sign up, like you're saying you want to sign up 5 managers right now, you're getting about $500 off of it.
Okay.
So,
do we get any type of special deal for us being a partner?
I can definitely look into that for you.
Okay.
But as far as I know right now, the fee is the same for everyone.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely really excited about it, and
Great.
I appreciate you coming in and talking to me about this, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, great. Can we go ahead and set up a time to maybe catch up sometime next week after you've talked? Would you like to meet again, or maybe I could give you a call?
Yeah, I mean, you can give me a call. Let's follow up. Today is Wednesday.
Yes.
So let's follow up Friday morning. Does that sound
Friday
good?
morning?
Yeah, I'll talk to him later today.
How's 8 o'clock? Does that work for you?
Let's do 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. No problem.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Woods. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I'm really excited about this. I'll go ahead and leave this
I'm
with you. You can
excited
take a
too.
look at it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, and you have my card if you have any more questions.
Okay, have a great day. I'll talk to you on Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Good job.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. You guys aren't gonna get a whole lot of
I was about to say,
feedback, but you did a pretty good job. You got a couple things that I'll write down here, but yeah. Okay, so the next person, just give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna knock on the door, and then they can knock back. Okay?
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Okay.
You're done. Yeah.
I know.
been today? How'd you like the rain last night?
You know what? I love the rain, but I lost my power a couple of times. So.
Oh really? You did?
Yeah,
You didn't have to.
flickering.
You didn't have to drive around or anything.
No, last night we
That's-
just at home relaxing with the family.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I actually was out studying and I had to drive home probably around midnight to wait for the rain to subside, and around 59 and 610 there was about 2 feet of water. I saw a bunch of flooded cars.
Yeah, I live downtown. I wasn't even able to see like the skyline at all.
Oh really?
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
that bad.
Mhm.
Wow, it was crazy. Well, I'm glad it didn't flood too bad, so I could actually make it here today.
Absolutely.
I just want to first give you my business card. That way,
Oh,
in case
thank you,
after
Melissa.
the meeting, if you do have any questions or anything, go ahead, feel free to give me an email or call. But yeah, I mean, I know that originally on the phone call we agreed about 15 minutes. Do you still have time for that? Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, 15 minutes sounds
Okay,
good.
perfect. And also, I mean, is there anyone that you think that might be good for them to be here or present during the meeting? Maybe they could hear, or if they needed to help purchasing, or?
Excuse me if I'm looking down a lot, just because I'm taking notes
No,
about
you're
this
fine,
whole
you're
thing,
fine.
too. No, I think I should be the only one. I know that you spoke with my colleague,
Yes.
and he suggested that I come and talk to you about this, and I'm interested in what, PES and SEI has to offer.
Okay,
'Cause I
great.
think it's a great program.
Great, so you are familiar with PES and everything. Do you know how how like Will Pham and Evie and all of our alums have been?
Yeah, they're great students that turn into, great Mattress Firm
Great.
partners.
Yeah, I heard that Will Pham actually just hit $1 million at his store, which is, I believe, pretty phenomenal. You guys must have some great training to accompany the PES program.
Yeah,
For
well,
sure.
your students tend to stick out a little bit more than a lot of people because they're able to just hit the ground running when they're hired on.
Okay, well,
So we
that's great.
definitely like that.
Great. Well, other than the PES students who have obviously been doing well, I know, the quarter just ended. How did that go this year? I mean, you've been there for a while, so how did that compare to the previous?
We're doing really well. Like, we've added 200 stores this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and we're looking to add an additional 200 stores per year going on.
Okay, so
So-
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, also, you just acquired Mattress Giant. I know you just had the merger. Do you feel that contributed at all to your quarterly results, and you're going to be able to keep up adding 200 stores and everything now that you've acquired them?
I think acquiring them, yes, will help us to
Okay.
reach 200 stores a year. I think it's just a matter of making sure that everybody's on the same page. When
Yeah.
you merge with a company, there's a lot of unforeseen,
Of course.
difficulties that can occur.
Yeah, so I mean, what obviously is positive, to acquire your, pretty much number one competitor down here.
Mhm.
That's always a positive thing, but what have the negative aspects been that you guys have found? Like, as for the training, having two companies come together, how has that been for you guys?
Well, we've doubled our sales force
Okay.
in 2 years by acquiring Mattress Giant, and I would say that we haven't really had a lot of time to grow the training staff. So a lot of times people are just kind of thrown into situations.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's something that, and then our sales training in general, I feel like is kind of outdated. That's why I kind of want to talk to you about like,
Oh, really?
what you guys have. I know you guys do so well, our
Okay.
PS students, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I know you've been regional manager since 2007 and now district vice president and everything. When was the last time that you guys updated your training, or have you been pretty much doing the same thing for a while?
We've been doing the same thing for a while. If we see a need for something, we'll add it into the training,
Okay.
but for the most part, it stayed the same. It's about a month long, and and it's in Houston,
Okay,
but it's just based off of our own research. It's not.
okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that, your training, is that just people coming in when they come in as a salesperson, or is that when they change into management?
Just a salesperson.
Just salesperson, okay, so you don't even, there's no training that you have for leaders transitioning into management or to help guide that process?
No, honestly, just
Okay.
the last manager usually trains them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, would you see
Or
a
their DM.
benefit? Yeah, would you see a benefit to something like that, having your leaders be more effective at coaching their salespeople once they transition in?
Oh, well, absolutely. Yeah, I see a benefit in
Okay.
and having our sales managers trained. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure, you could see a benefit from having the Mattress Giant and the Mattress Firm,
Mhm.
well, now all Mattress Firm, but having them kind of be on the same page, trained together, that
Mhm.
way it's a little more congruent.
Yeah, I think that would be something that would be great to have. But I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to revamp the entire curriculum.
Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you mostly about today, now that I've gotten a little bit better idea of what you guys are looking for. Obviously, with PES, that is a part of the Sales Excellence Institute. And one thing that they offer is actually this. It's called the Sales Leadership Certification,
Okay.
which basically what it is, it's the same quality you get through PES, but it's not the same thing. It's not training, your salespeople or anything like that. It's actually training, once you have a salesperson, they could be amazing, they could be Will Pham, they could be, selling millions and doing really well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that when they turn into a leader, they're going to be able to recognize problems within their team and effectively coach people that might be struggling. So that's what we're actually trying to teach here. There's it's a 5-day curriculum.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, seminars. We have some of our 5 best teachers teaching it, Mike Ahern and Randy Webb. I'm sure you know both of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I've come
Yeah.
into we've done the luncheons, I guess, before with you guys,
Okay.
and I've met them.
Yeah. So I mean, this is teaching things like relationships with your salespeople, and also one great thing is that they can do is once they are a leader in this, they can actually take a real life scenario and basically create a plan and say, this is the issue, this is what I'm going to do to resolve it, and then get coaching from people like Amy Vanderveer and Randy Webb on how that would work. And then when they go back after this, when they go back to your company, they can actually enact it. So that way you're getting, it's real life training, just like PES, we're selling things, but it's real life for them. So far, do you think something like this could be beneficial to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this is something that I've kind of seen that we have a need for a while, but we've never actually acted on it before. Yeah, I think that training for management is crucial.
Okay.
I do see the importance in that. I just, once again, worry about, changing our entire curriculum. So you say it's 5 days?
It's a 5-day thing, and also the benefit about that is it wouldn't necessarily be changing your entire curriculum. It would just be, because you're not necessarily revamping your entire company structure. You're just, we offer them throughout the year, and it is going to be 40 people is the size of the class. If you would like, you can send all 40, and you can make it, if you wanted to do like a Mattress Firm only kind of seminar, you could do that. Otherwise, it is an open enrollment. But that way, you can, if you're, either if you have people in new areas and you kind of want to have 1 or 2 people to help take the knowledge that they learn from this and then spread it throughout the company, that way you can kind of select it. So you're not necessarily revamping the entire structure. You're just adding a lot of valuable information. Which would be great. But no, I think for you to have people that were, previous Mattress Giant and current Mattress Firm, to come together and have the same training, you think that would probably be really good to get everyone on the same page.
Yeah, I think so. So when is it?
It is actually July 2013. So, it's going to be great, and I know, getting the 5 days off is not necessarily troublesome, but it's, for a sales manager having high volume, that's always probably a concern. But we have done with a couple other companies, we have one of them being Ecolab. I know they're another partner of the Program for Excellence in Selling. They're very similar size, similar structure to your company, and when we worked with them, they were seeing around 10 to 15% productivity increase with their sales managers. So, even though you're losing 5 days, I believe the amount that you gain is really going to be just phenomenal.
Well, I don't think the 5 days would really be a problem for I'm thinking maybe like my district managers. Would it be possible, like, let's say if just like I, like myself and maybe like my head trainer wanted to go to this, would that be possible?
Yeah, absolutely, you could do that. Like I said, it is open enrollment, so it wouldn't just be you two only, with them, but you would definitely be able to sign up for the classes, and you could get the coaching and the seminars. So, if you wanted to, either do a test run or just be able to learn the information so that you can kind of incorporate it into your own training, that would definitely be an option, for sure.
Yeah, I think, let's do that.
Okay.
Let me check my calendar real quick.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I think, let me do myself and, my training manager. Now, and if it's just the two of us, I'm
Mhm.
sorry if you answered this or not, if it's just the two of us, will it just be 2 people in the class, or?
No, it would be the 40 people in the class.
Okay, so it's open enrollment.
Yeah, it's an open enrollment course. I mean, I'm sure not every single one will
Mhm.
fill up to 40. It
Mhm.
depends on, what other companies are interested, but it wouldn't just be the two of you. I mean, since they are such small classes, I'm sure the two of you would be able to get together and maybe have, a couple one-on-one conversations with some of the professors,
Okay,
but it wouldn't just be like a single individual lecture.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think we'll go ahead and do that, because I looked at his calendar too, because we have it all
Okay.
together.
Yeah, the joint Google calendar.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think that sounds good for us.
Perfect.
So can we take payment today, or?
Yeah, we can take payment today. I can get you all run up and get you set up. I know right now it's good that you want to sign up so early. We do run an early bird special.
Oh, great.
So you'll be able to save a little bit of money when you do that, which would be, I'm sure, perfect for you.
Yeah, do we get a discount for being like a partner?
No, I don't think there is a partner discount. It's just the early bird special. I think being a
Okay.
partner is more that you get to know about it
Oh,
and you
okay,
get to be aware of this such a great opportunity.
yeah. Okay, great.
Okay, great. Well, let me go ahead. I can go ahead and get all the payment information from you and then get you all set up. So you and your district manager, you said?
My training manager.
Your training manager. Okay, so that way you guys can come check out our program and hopefully you'll be able to send some more people in the future if you like it.
Absolutely, I think this sounds great. I'm happy you came to talk to me about this today. I look forward to it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Miss Woods.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
Do you think you did well?
I think I did okay. I mean, it's just been crazy practicing for everything.
And you never know
So-
how it's gonna go, but you did a good
Yeah,
job.
thank you. I mean, my biggest thing is it's just the spin part is the hardest. And I think one of the things that I think I did a lot better and proud of myself is I'm horrible at rapport normally.
Really? No, you did a good
Yeah,
job.
so
That
I
was
was
one of
like
your
the
strongest
rain, I'm
points,
talking
yeah.
about the rain.
Yeah, no, and we went through the entire presentation, which is great, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Good job.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it. So you want me to just do the same thing, have you knock, like them way
Yeah.
outside the door?
And then send
And
on
then
the,
walk.
yeah. You
Okay.
can knock and then come in, okay?
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi.
Sam, nice to meet you.
Andrea? Yes, Andrea Ibarra.
Nice
Very
to see
nice to
you.
meet you.
Go take a seat.
Thank you. How are you this morning?
I'm pretty good, just, dealing with the rain out there.
Oh, I bet, yeah. It's been kind of,
Crummy.
yeah.
Yeah. It's kinda gross outside.
Hopefully it gets better. I mean, at least it washed all the pollen away, so no allergies for a
That is
couple
a
of
very
days.
good point. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, looking on the positive side. Right? Okay. So what can I help you with? So I know we're gonna talk about SEI, PS, like the sales training?
Yes,
Oh.
I am with the University of Houston, as you know,
Okay.
and I just want to talk to you about an opportunity that SEI is offering that I think you'd be really interested. I know Ken Murphy is interested in that as well, since he recommended that I speak with you.
Okay. And please excuse me if I'm writing. I'm just taking notes. I want to make sure I
Yeah.
get everything down.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine.
But yeah, Ken speaks very highly of the sales program and about I guess what he's heard about this training program that you guys are offering now. So yeah, I'm excited to hear
Yeah.
a little bit.
I know Mattress Firm has hired like over 20 alumni, so
20, yeah, I didn't realize it was that high now.
yeah,
That's great.
so and I know they're all doing really well, like William Pham.
Yeah, they do really well.
So.
We definitely love our U of H and PES grads.
So, like I said, I only want to take about 15 minutes of your time to talk about your current training program, see if our training program is a good fit for you and Mattress Firm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you mind if I take a few notes as well?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Oh, and here's my business card, just in case you have any questions afterwards.
Okay, thank you, Andrea. Okay, so, sorry, I apologize for that.
No, you're absolutely fine. So can you tell me a little bit about the strengths of your current sales team?
Well, we just acquired Mattress Firm, or Mattress Giant.
Yeah, last year, right? July of last year?
Yes.
So it's about to be a whole year now.
It is about to be a whole year. So we've added a lot of stores within the past year, and we're the largest mattress store in the United States, and we have 2,500 salespeople and continuing to grow. So lots of growth in the future, I think.
Good. So can you tell me like a little bit about your training, like your management training program that your managers go through?
Well, we kind of have it's a local program. So our trainers and managers are located in Houston. And it's just kind of like we created on our own with some of our trainers.
Okay. Is it in-house, out-house, or?
Yeah, it's in-house because it's just with our trainers, and we've kind of used the same thing over a longer period of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know you've been with the company for a while. How has the training changed from the moment you started to now?
It hasn't changed drastically. Yeah, no, it's been pretty much the same. I mean, if there's something that we see as a need, we'll add it into the program, but it hasn't changed drastically over the time that I've been with the company.
Okay, so can you tell me some of the advantages of doing it the way that you're doing it?
Yeah, I think that what I like about it is it's located in Houston, so it's really central, and because we created it, it's on our schedule, so we're able to, put new salespeople in there at the best time, like the best convenience for us, because we are a retail location. Sometimes Monday through Friday, and is different for us than a regular business to business type setting. So I like that about it, and I like that it's really catered to our sales process, because it is retail, but it's a different type of retail. It's a little bit larger of a ticket item. Yeah. And our customers aren't coming back every month. Usually one household will have like 7 mattresses, and they only replace
7?
it 3. Yeah.
Wow.
You only replace it about
8.
Yeah.
So what are some of the disadvantages, if you could name any?
The disadvantages, like we kind of mentioned and touched on a little bit, it's a little outdated, I think, and it doesn't necessarily cover management, and we have a lot of managers. A lot of people moving into management positions right now, so yeah, I would say those are
with the growth.
Yeah, the 2 main disadvantages.
Okay, so if you could change anything, you would say, update it to kind of fit where everything is at this point, or? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say?
So if you could change anything, I know you mentioned that it's a little bit outdated since it hasn't changed since you started. Would that be like the one thing you could change?
I would say the one thing that I would like to change is the fact that I think it's outdated, but I think the biggest thing is including management in that management training.
Okay, so what SEI has to offer is the sales leadership certification.
Mhm.
And I think it would be a really good fit for you. It's in Houston, so it's local. Um, and we it's been in place, or it's a brand new program, but companies such as Ecolab and Aflac have done, similar to this,
Mhm.
and they've seen a 10 to 15% increase on everything. Um, and like you said that it like including management was something that you're looking for, and this program is specifically targeted at that.
Okay.
It's designed for managers and people you want to promote to managers. So I know you're going through this merger, so you're growing, so you need people in that management position. So I think that this program is a really good benefit for you.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a good benefit. The only thing I worry about is that I'm not sure if it's in our budget right now. Like I said, we do things in-house. We don't change it very often, so our
Mhm.
training budget is pretty restricted. So I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to fit it
To
into our,
include it in your
yeah,
budget.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd like to learn a little bit more about it. to see
okay,
if-
well, the program, the certification is 5,000, a little bit over $5,000.
Okay.
But I think the return on investment is greater than just, the return, like I said, the return on investment is greater than what you would be investing.
Okay, because currently it costs us $2,000 to train in-house, but you said this is $5,000.
Yes.
And how many days is it?
It's a 5-day program, and you do get a personalized, here, it's in here actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, forgot about this. It includes a action plan.
Okay.
So what the action plan entails is, you have a webinar, you have a development plan, and it's basically like a contract. So it holds whoever goes through this program kind of accountable. So
Oh, okay.
accountability is very good for, just anybody.
Making sure to follow up and that we're getting, like you were saying,
The
a
results that
return.
you
Yeah.
expect.
Yeah. So do you mind if I take a look?
Yeah,
at
go
the-
ahead.
Okay. And so when is it?
It's July 2013, so it's coming up.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this is the faculty that's a part of
Yes.
it. I think I know Amy Vanderveer. I think she's worked with us a couple of times. Can you tell me a
Yep.
little bit about like the other people who would be teaching it?
Yeah, and these are all the teachers that top people, like your top sales producers like William Pham, and I know Michael Ellis is part of your organization as well.
It's what Professor Randy what like? Can you tell me a little bit about them? Like, were they like how? Like, okay, so Mike Ahern.
World known professor. I mean, he's like, I think the second publisher in sales in the world. Joel LeBon, I've had the pleasure of having class with him, and he's a wonderful teacher. Amy Vanderveer.
What class are you with him?
Customer relation management.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, great. Well, you know what? Let me. I'm just not sure if I'm seeing like the return on investment with it, because if it's only costing us $2,000 and it's $5,000 for this, I just want to make sure that it offers something above and beyond, I guess, what we already offer.
You said it was important to you to have like an updated training program.
Yeah.
And I think this really would benefit you. We've done a lot of research, and we, come up with this whole program, specified all the areas that, are lacking.
Okay. It has a focus on its leadership, right? So
Yes.
it's focusing on sales management. So
Yeah. And I know you're growing, so you want to continue to grow. So given your your employees, that you're thinking of promoting to into management, or
Yeah.
your managers. I think this is like a value added onto the current training program that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and growing. It's gonna benefit you.
Okay. Okay, well, let me do this. Let's set up a follow-up meeting, and I would like to set it up with our training manager,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe they can hear a little bit more about this too, and they can kind of give me their input on what they think. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, it sounds great. When do you think it would be a good time?
Let's try for next Monday.
Next Monday,
Yeah.
morning, afternoon,
Let's do after lunch, so it's like 1 o'clock.
1.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that sounds great. I mean, I'm definitely interested. I'm just gonna have to go and kind of look over our budget, like I
Yeah.
said, and then can I take this to show our training
Yeah, go ahead.
manager? Okay,
Go ahead.
great. I think this is a really nice looking pamphlet. Okay, well, I
Okay.
guess I'll see you next Monday then.
Next Monday at 1.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can't go over too much with you.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But,
Do you mind if I take it? Because
No,
it's
that's fine.
for
I don't
Matt.
need it. Actually, you can give this back to Shannon too.
Okay.
You started off really, really strong. It's just the overcoming objections.
Yeah. I'm like shaking right now.
I know.
But no, I had everything like planned out, and I mean, I asked all the questions that I wanted to, but
No, you did I personally loved your positive and negative aspects of our training questions, like where you had me list the positives and the negatives. That really made me think. So I like that. I think you did a really good job of that.
so just overcoming objections.
Yeah, I mean, but of course, Zach will give you his insight.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just my own
yeah.
personal-
No, I know he's gonna be brutal. I know. Okay.
Professor Hall was my teacher too, so I totally understand.
All right. Well,
Okay,
thank you.
cool. I'm gonna, let's see who's next.
Matt.
Okay, Matt and then Luis. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna knock, give me a couple seconds and then I'll knock and then you knock back and we'll come in, okay? Okay. Hello.
Hi, Sam?
Sam, yeah, nice to meet you.
Matthew Brooks, yes.
Great, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you today?
Great, go take a seat.
Oh, thank you very much. So, how are you today?
I'm good, just trying to, make it through the rain.
Oh, I definitely understand. Did you have any trouble getting here this morning?
You know what? No, but last night was crazy. Like, it
Yeah.
was some serious rain.
Right, and I agree. It was like shaking my window panes and stuff when the thunder was hitting.
But you know what? That's something I really love about Texas, though, is that you get, crazy rainstorms like that. Because when I lived in California, it was like I missed the rain.
Oh yeah, I bet. Plus, the good thing for me is like I have terrible allergies, so all this rain like washed all this nasty pollen away.
Really?
So I'm like,
Yeah.
thank goodness,
The pollen's been crazy.
bring on the rain.
Yeah, I've had to wash my car a lot.
Well, I know that we talked on the phone a few weeks ago, and I know we agreed to about 15 minutes. I wanted to make sure that's okay with you.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes. Perfect. Yeah, because I have another meeting at 9:45.
Okay. I wanted to give you one of my cards in case you have any more questions after our meeting today.
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask you like how's business been?
Oh, and please excuse me if I'm writing. I just want to make sure I get the most out of this meeting.
Oh, that's
so.
fine. No, do you mind if I do the same?
Oh, yeah, that's totally fine. No, I can, but you can't. Business has been great. We acquired Mattress Giant last year. We're growing exponentially right now, and we're the largest mattress store in the United States.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really proud to work for this company right now. I'm doing such a great time.
Okay. What are some of the things that you've really enjoyed with? What are some things that you enjoy about Mattress Firm?
I love the company culture.
Culture.
I do. Yeah, I would say that just the people that we work with are the best, and I love being competitive, and I feel like Mattress Firm is in a really competitive place in the market right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you seen any strengths or anything with this merger that you guys just went through?
Any strengths?
Any strengths like I know that Mattress Giant I think is who you acquired,
Mhm.
and they were pretty much your biggest
Competitor
competitor.
here,
So
yeah.
have you seen any big changes with that in terms of competition or not really?
In terms of competition, I mean, in Houston, we really don't have a lot of competition.
Okay.
Our main goals are to increase our growth
Okay.
by around 10%. So growth is really more of a focus versus competition. So we want to increase our growth by 10% for the next 5 years or so.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growth is definitely always trying to grow and be better. I definitely
Yeah.
understand. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's what we're all trying to do.
Mhm.
I know that you've been working for Mattress Firm for a while, and I know back in about 2007 you were started to be a regional manager. Have you seen any? Well, just tell me more about that, like getting to that role and things like that.
Getting to that role. Well, I started at a smaller mattress company in California, like I
Okay.
said, and then I moved over to Texas to be a part of Mattress Firm.
Okay.
I started off in just a sales management role
Okay.
that I just kind of came into,
Okay.
and from there, I just kept on, I guess you could say, moving up within the company, which
Okay.
is something that Mattress Firm is really great at, is hiring from within or moving people up within the company.
Okay. Have you seen, like, since you've grown from manager till now, have you seen has there been any like training or anything of that nature that has really like helped you or maybe hurt you in any way?
Well, I can't think of any training that would have hurt me, but I know that with our training, it's in-house, and
Okay.
it's really just, I mean, I got training when I became a salesperson,
Okay.
but that's really about it. We don't have any updates or anything like that. It's usually when someone gets hired on
Okay.
is when we train them initially.
Okay. So just pretty much training at the beginning, and then they kind of just go at their own pace.
Yeah, usually we promote people based on sales.
Okay.
So our best salespeople are usually promoted into sales management positions.
Okay. Have you seen a lot of people that moved from sales people to managers? Have they been doing a really good job?
Yeah.
Or is there room for growth?
I mean, I think because sometimes a good salesperson doesn't always make a great sales manager.
Okay.
But I don't think we've had any like huge problems with that. But I mean, I see room that there's always room for improvement.
Right.
We're always looking
Definitely.
to grow, like I was saying.
Definitely. Okay, well, that's kind of what I sent you in the email and what I wanted to talk to you about today.
Okay.
Is we have this sales leadership certification, and it's pretty much exactly what you're talking about, having taking salespeople, really good salespeople, and training them helping them with their leadership skills to make them really good sales managers.
Okay.
So do you think this would be something you'd be interested in learning more about?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I've heard great things about it from my colleague.
Okay.
And I really love PES, and I love the
Okay.
students that we've gotten from y'all's
Most
program,
definitely.
or your program.
Right, yeah, so this is kind of like a pamphlet that kind of just overviews
Okay.
everything. Yeah, because I know that pretty much all the people that, all of our faculty that teaches this, our certification are the teachers that we have here in PES. So LeBon and Ahern and Webb and Amy, I know they're fabulous.
Okay.
And I mean, I know that Ahern is the #1 researcher in the United States and like the 2nd in the world. So I mean, you can't go anywhere else and get better training.
Okay.
So it's a 5-day training, like pretty much workshop for 5 days,
Mhm.
and they pretty much teach you all the way from working, like having your own work plan, to like put into your daily work to see how you can improve and things like that.
Okay. You said it's 5 days.
Yes.
What days of the week is it?
It's Monday through Friday. It's a 1 week solid, normal break for lunch kind of workshop, and
Okay.
but they do pack it full of good information, and it's a long day, but it's definitely worth it.
Okay. How much does this cost?
It's about $5,000 per person,
Mhm.
but really it's, if you think about it, the growth that you said that Mattress Firm is always wanting. We've also seen this in other companies of your size, like Ecolab.
Oh, okay.
So they've shown like a 10 to 15% growth. So it's really like an investment when you think about it. Just to grow your salespeople,
Okay.
or grow your salespeople and managers to just be more better leaders and more efficient.
So you think this would help with our growth?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I know that Ecolab is about the same size as Mattress Firm, and they showed phenomenal results. So I don't see any reason why you guys won't show the same results or even better for that matter.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I mean,
Do you have any questions, just looking at the
It's just-
calendar and things
yeah,
like
it's
that?
really just the price for us right now, because right now it costs us $2,000 to train in-house with what we currently do as our training.
Okay. So it's $2,000 a person?
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay.
$2,000 a person,
Okay.
and it actually lasts about a month for us to train.
Oh,
them.
okay, about a month.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, like I said, ours is only 5 days.
Mhm.
So instead of having your salespeople gone for a month,
Yeah.
ours are just gone for a week, and
Mhm.
it is a little bit more, but it's definitely worth the investment, just
Mhm.
because they're getting that training in a smaller amount of time, so they can start putting what they've learned into effect.
I think that sounds great. That's something I didn't think about, is the fact that, I don't want to have them. I mean, I have thought about it, but it's better to have them off the floor for just 5 days versus an entire month.
Right. So I mean, because probably the week is probably, it's just easier
Mhm.
for you, because no one wants to go without salespeople for a month. That's no fun.
It's a lot of revenue lost for us.
Exactly, yes, because for this program, we're letting in about 20 to 40 people for each session. So do you have some people like in mind that you think would
That's a good
be
question.
good?
I mean, I'm interested in seeing what this is all about too. I mean,
Okay.
what's the date on it?
It's for the summer session, so I'm pretty sure it's in July.
Okay.
I'll definitely get you the exact dates and things like that so everyone can put it on their calendar.
And would we be in the class with other people, or?
You can do it with however way you want. You can have it just a Mattress Firm workshop, so
Mhm.
that kind of promotes like teamwork and things like that.
Mhm.
Or because it is about 20 to 40 people, so you could send people that you want that you're not sure about, and then if they do a really good job, you can send more people that if you're unsure about them.
Yeah, maybe for myself, and thinking my training manager might be interested in attending something like this.
Definitely, they can kind of be the guinea pigs.
What would be the next one though? Like if we wanted to do this one now, and like let's say we loved it and we wanted to put all of our salespeople through it.
Mm-hmm.
Would they create a class for us, or?
I'm sure they definitely. I mean, if you guys go through it and you really like it, and maybe you want like a bigger class or like a specific time, I'm sure they'd definitely be accommodating for that.
Okay.
you just may want to see if it's. I'm sure you guys are gonna be interested.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we can definitely work something out
Okay.
to
Yeah.
to be just for a mattress firm.
Now I see this as like there's an early bird registration win. Okay, cool. So we can if we
Yes.
sign up sooner.
Yes, so in April 15th is kind of like the cutoff
Mm-hmm.
for you get an early bird special that knocks about $500 off the price. So it'll be
I like that.
right. It's 5,500 if you do after the early bird, but if you make it, I think that's about 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah.
If you do it before then, we'll knock off $500 for you.
Okay. And do we get a discount for being a partner with the sales program?
I don't think so. I think the early bird is the only discount that we have, but I can definitely check and make sure and get back with you on that.
Okay.
So do you think this is?
What is the personalized action plan? What does that mean?
It's a plan that will help your people develop during this, and it's getting them like their. It just has. I'm trying to think of the right word. It's helping them have a plan for leaders that. Just action plan for them to work while they have if they have problems at
Yeah.
work,
Mhm.
and it just helps them kind of solve through them and what they should like situational questions that they could ask or just situations like
Okay.
kind of role playing what they could work through.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think let's do this.
Okay.
I think I would like to sign up as soon as possible, so I want to do the early bird because I want to save that money.
Right.
Let's do myself and my
Okay.
sales manager,
Okay.
or no, I'm sorry, my training manager.
Okay.
And how do I go about signing up?
I can definitely put you down for you and your training manager. You said, and what is their name?
Megan.
Megan. Okay. I'll definitely put you guys down,
Mhm.
and I can if you have more names that you'd like to send, just if you want more, if you think of
Okay.
anybody that would be interested, I can definitely go ahead and put your name in a spot, and I can get you all signed up.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay. I look forward to this. I'm really excited. So
Awesome.
I really appreciate you coming and talking to me about this.
Well, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Okay, I'll talk to you for like 2 seconds. They said we're not supposed to.
Okay.
Okay, so you did a great job. Just gonna tell you my favorite part,
Okay.
and that was when you did the month versus the week out of the store. I thought
Okay.
that was really just smart. It's very business savvy of you to think that way.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, great job. Cool. Okay, and do you want to take this back with you?
Sure.
Okay.
I think we're passing it down the line.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna be here for a couple minutes and then do the same way as
Do
we
the
were
same
doing.
thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
just have Luis. I'll be ready in like 3 minutes.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have a 10 o'clock class? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you in now. Okay, so let's get started. Hi.
Hi, Mrs. Wood.
Hi, yeah.
How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good actually. This weather is crazy.
I know. I haven't
Especially-
seen rain like this in a long
It's
time.
been a while. I don't know who upset Mother Nature. Is it okay if I take a seat?
Absolutely. I'm sorry I didn't offer.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so the rain is no fun.
I know. I was gonna wake up early this morning to go get a run, and that didn't work out since everything was wet. So instead, I spent an hour doing my tie.
Oh, your tie is really cool.
Right?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I like that you run too. That's really good.
Oh, thank you. So I know we spoke on the phone
Yeah.
about a week ago.
Mhm.
Ken Murphy said this might be something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, Ken speaks very highly of the program. And he also speaks really highly, or he thinks that this training program would be, he thinks it's interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave you my business card. That way, if you have any questions after this,
Okay.
you can just give me a call.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I just want to ask you a few questions, just to see if Mattress Firm and our program are a good fit for
Okay.
each other. Okay. So tell me a little about.
Oh, and excuse me, I'm sorry if I'm writing down stuff while you.
No,
I just want to
please.
get the most out of this.
Actually, is it okay if I take notes also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I want to know a little about your training program.
Our training program. Okay, so our training program has it's been around for quite some time since I started with the company.
Okay.
It is in-house. We train.
In-house.
It takes about our training program takes about a month.
A month long.
It's a month-long training program, and it's really just it's for people who are coming into the company.
So for newcomers.
It's new hires. Yeah, it's mainly new hires.
Okay. So you say it's a month long. So how does that actually affect your salespeople? Do they leave for a month long?
It's usually during the week. Yeah, I mean it depends on their schedule, but they
Okay.
usually will do Monday through Friday, so it's full time for about a month. Yeah,
So
so
they'll
they're out of the
leave-
store.
So they'll leave the store for a month
Mhm.
and basically not be doing anything.
They'll do some things in the store. So some of the training is actually in the store, and then some of it is, at our training facility.
And it's the flight program, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
it's great. That's really cool that you know that. Do you have friends who work for Mattress Firm or?
Well, I know there are some PS alumni actually that
Okay.
Mattress Firm has picked up. I know you guys have like over 20 alumni that have joined your company. So I guess also let me ask, how are they doing?
They're doing great. We love the PS grads. I think
Yeah?
the University of Houston and Bauer and everything that you guys have to offer at the sales program is amazing because we're able to, I think they go through the training much more smoothly because they're not worrying about the sales process and all of those things. They're able really just to focus on our product line.
Right.
So I think that's definitely an advantage for your students when they come into Mattress Firm, and we love hiring them.
So
We'd
it's
love to hire more.
It's a good transition, right?
It's an easy
Okay.
transition, I think.
So I know you were a regional manager back in 07, and now that you have this merger with Match Giant, so how's that going so far? What's that transition like? What's the difference now?
The transition is, I mean, of course, any acquisition is going to be somewhat of a transition, moving and getting everything working together.
Right.
So we've been growing quite a bit. We plan on adding 200 new stores for the next, every year, every fiscal year. And right now we have 2,500 employees. So we're growing every day, and we
So-
love growth.
So how many employees did you get from that merger?
We probably got about, I would say, a little under, it was like 800 maybe.
800?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people to train and,
Yeah.
and move through the whole program, I guess you could say, and get them on the same page and, get them understanding what Mattress Firm is all about. Because we're big on company culture.
Right.
Mhm.
So how about that, the sales managers? I mean, you brought at least 800 people.
Mhm.
What about sales managers? How is their training going?
Sales managers. We really don't have a training for just managers in particular. They all
don't
just,
have
they
a
all
training?
just, yeah. Usually our best salespeople are the people who are promoted into being sales managers. So our
Okay.
top performers usually become our managers.
So the managers that were already managers with Mattress Giant, between that merger, so they don't
They went
receive
through
any
they went through the sales training.
sales training? So not necessarily like management training?
No, not necessarily, yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, okay. So I guess let me ask. I know you have this great month-long program.
Mhm.
What are the advantages? What are the benefits of that training?
It's a great question. I mean, of course, the advantages is that people who are coming in are trained on how to sell Mattress Firm products.
Okay.
You know, we are a retail location, but it's a little different than a lot of retail locations because we're selling a higher ticket item than a clothing store, you know,
Right.
would be. And it's a lot of relationship building because we want to make sure that people will come back and buy a mattress from us, you know, within the next 8 years or so. Uh, but I think our sales training and the fact that it is in-house, we're able to save a lot of money on it because it
Okay.
only costs us about $2,000 to train those people for that month.
So 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So what are the? I know you said your managers don't actually receive training. What are the disadvantages of that?
Just that they don't receive training. It
Is
would
that
be
they
great
don't?
to, yeah, it would be great to have sales managers who are
Right.
trained as managers as well because sometimes the best salespeople don't always make the best leaders or managers, you know? So I think you've actually kind of struck something in my mind is that is something that we don't do.
Okay. So I guess your managers don't necessarily receive training. Okay. So as I, spoke with you earlier about this, since your managers don't necessarily receive training, do you think that's going to affect your company and productivity and production with their money growth?
Absolutely. I think what it would affect is the salespeople under them more so, which would affect
Right.
their productivity, which is even larger than just one person's productivity. So I think, yeah, I think that could affect our bottom line.
Okay. So is that going to basically decrease your productivity for each salesperson, right?
Yeah, I think it could affect each salesperson if we don't have the right managers managing or leading effectively. I do think so.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think that, you know, it comes down to motivation, and if you're not leading people the right way, I could see where that could be a problem.
That's very true, yes. Okay, so I think I have a few notes on this down. So I want to kind of go over this, make sure I have everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you say you have the flight program or the flight training program,
Mm-hmm.
which is a month long, and necessarily your managers don't receive training. So I know that transition between Mattress Giant and Mattress Firm coming together may be a little difficult for them, since Mattress Firm is number one, and to basically keep that at number one, I would think the managers have to lead all the salespeople in the right direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So also, it's a month long, $2,000 to train them.
Mm-hmm.
In-house training, you said,
Mm-hmm.
and the only disadvantage is that your managers aren't always necessarily great sales managers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I guess the reason I'm here with you today is to speak a little to you about the sales leadership certification. And I
Okay.
brought a little brochure, that way you can kind of look through it if you'd like.
Okay.
Just kind of highlight some points about it. So as you're familiar with our PES program,
Yes.
and Mattress Firm actually is a partner with our institution. I would actually think this is a great direction that Mattress Firm may want to take. For one being that your training is a month long, so the people that you end up sending to that training leave, and you said that they don't do much in store, like maybe just a few things here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And our training is actually just a week long, 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, it's just 5 days?
Yes, ma'am. It's only 5 days.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, is it how long? Like during the day, is like the full day, or?
Well, actually, the training itself goes from about 8:30 in the morning
Okay.
to about 5:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And they do have the paid breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, what this training puts us through, and as right here, I can highlight for you day 1 through 5,
Mm-hmm.
is what the actual program puts them through.
Mm-hmm.
It gives each one the the ability to learn about sales profession and also how to be a great sales manager and leader.
Okay.
Okay. So like this brochure kind of highlights a few points.
Okay.
And actually, so let me show you our page. As you say that they're very familiar with the PES students, the same professors that teach our students, you know, with that great transition that you're receiving at Mattress Firm, are almost the same ones that teach this program.
Okay. So these are your professors?
Yes, right here, these 5 listed.
Okay.
Great professors.
Yeah, I've heard about Amy Van de Beer.
Yeah, Amy is great, which I happen to believe one of the greatest professors that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And also Mike Ahern, who actually, you know, does a lot of our research, and actually he's great, one of the best worldwide.
Okay.
So for one, I know that this program can really help Mattress Firm, just because it can put your sales managers that you kind of said aren't necessarily great managers, since they don't have that leadership. It'll kind of put them towards that leadership due.
Now, how much does something like this cost?
So for this 5-day program, it's actually $5,495
Okay.
per person that you want to send. But since Mattress Firm is actually a partner with the SEI Institute, they get $1,000 discount.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
So just imagine $1,000 per person is you know a lot that you're actually saving.
Okay.
So it'll actually be around $4,500
Okay.
for those 5 days. And due to Mattress Firm having a merger with Mattress Giant, I think this program can actually put everyone on the same page. It will put everyone on that same line and know that, you know, Mattress Firm will receive the best investment towards the end.
No, this is quite a bit more expensive than our entire month training that is only $2,000. So this one is a week and it's $5,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, the only thing I want to really highlight with that is the investment that your company will be placing with this.
Okay.
As you said, our actual alumni that you've hired have done pretty good.
Yeah, they've done great.
Yeah. So I mean, you say they've done great. So actually, what this will do, it's just kind of put everyone on the same page and make everyone kind of just stand on point with what Mattress Firm wants to do. And actually, from what we've done with this, we've actually taken in Ecolab.
Okay.
Or most
Yeah, we know
recently
Ecolab.
Ecolab.
Yeah.
And they've actually shown a 15% increase in productivity.
15% increase?
Yeah, 15%.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
So actually, how does 15% sound for your company?
I mean, 15% is huge. And that's just in their revenue, or what is?
Well, actually, that's just for Ecolab itself and its revenue and its productivity.
Okay.
So Mattress Firm could actually go above and beyond 15, just because Mattress Firm is actually a pretty good company.
Okay.
They could actually go over that. There's sky's the limit for your company. So Mattress 15% is actually just for Ecolab. So of course Mattress Firm can do much more than that.
How do they? I'm interested to find how they measured something like that.
Well, I think from my understanding, the research they did with their numbers,
Okay.
based to before the actual program towards after.
Okay.
So ranging those numbers, they saw the 15% increase or that 15% gap.
Okay.
So that's how they.
That's extremely impressive. That's why I ask. But this sounds really interesting. I'm thinking. Okay, so what's the dates on it again?
Well, actually, this one will start in June
Okay.
of 2013.
Okay.
So like I said, you guys will receive $1,000 discount for being a partner with us already.
Yeah, that's kind of a slower season for us too, actually.
So actually, if that's the case, then you could send a few people towards our program and not really worried about what they're doing in house. Since you said it's a little slower, so actually you can get all the training that you need, and then just get them back before the actual big season comes along.
Yeah. No, this sounds really interesting.
Okay. I mean, I know when I spoke with Ken, he said he was really interested in this also, and so I want to make sure that this is something that you think is great for your Mattress Firm.
I do think this is. I think I think maybe we'll start out with maybe sending some of our trainers.
Okay.
To the program. Is that possible? If we don't send all, do we have to fill up the entire class or?
No, of course, it's completely up to you.
Okay, so other companies will be attending the class as well?
Well, we have a limited availability.
Okay.
So the more we can get in, I think the better it'll be for your company.
Okay.
So if you said you only want to send in your trainer, you said you only want to send in your trainers. Actually, you send them in, and they can probably get the word back out to the rest of their employees or whoever they're training.
Okay. Well, let's send our trainers. I think
Okay,
let's
sounds
start with
good.
2 people, but let's fill out the paperwork maybe tomorrow. That sound good?
That sounds great.
Let me
I
just
will-
talk to them about their schedules, but I'm
yeah,
definitely
I will
interested.
draw up a contract for you.
Okay.
And is it okay if I give you a call back tomorrow? That way, I know when I can meet with you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by when can I call you? I want to make sure I don't catch you at a bad time.
Let's do Friday at 10 a.m.
Friday at 10?
Mhm.
That sounds perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Let's just hope the rain doesn't, end all our signals and I can't give you a call.
Yeah, no, it was great talking to you today, and I really appreciate the time that you took to
No
tell me
problem.
about all
Thank you,
this.
Mrs. Woods.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a great day. Get to class.
Yeah.
You did a great job, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No, you did a great job. I like that you asked a lot of questions. So. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, go to class now,
Yes, I don't want to be late for that.
because it's 10 o'clock right now.
Oh my God, I'm late.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Is everybody else already done?
I was the last one in my group.
Yeah, in your group, but I mean, did the other
I
group?
hear people outside.
Okay, cool. We're good. Okay. Cool. I'll see you later.
I will, definitely. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Come in. Yeah. What's up, Bill?
Is it okay if we bother you for a minute?
I don't know if you guys are allowed to ask. You're not allowed to ask me what your
No,
grades
we're
are.
not asking
we're not
Oh.
gonna ask you.
Since we successfully, hopefully successfully
Yeah.